Hello. So you keep hearing about transferring maps, but are not sure what people are referring to? Have no worries. By the end of this video, you will know how to transfer and how to store your gear in the Ark Cloud. There are many access points for transferring, and we will go over each one, but just know they are all pretty much work the same way. Before we move forward, I need to explain that transferring on single player and unofficial is different. Unofficial servers, if not clustered, won't have a transfer ability, and the ones that do may have different rules for upload timers. So the first thing you need to know about are the access points. Early game, you will most likely have access to obelisks and drops. Obelisks are these terminals that can be seen from most places. There should be 3 per map, the green, red, and blue obelisks, though aberration is a little different. While obelisks are always there, they can be blocked by player or even camped by people wanting to take your gear on a PvP server. If these are blocked, or you play PvP, you may want to consider using a drop instead. Drops generally look like these and come in different colors. The colors represent what level you need to be to access them and what items they may have in them. Drops have items for survivors in them, such as blueprints or complete items varying depending on color. If you want the items in a drop but need the drop for transferring, throw some fiber or thatch into it. As long as the drop has 1 item in the inventory, it will not go away until its timer is up. The drop timer makes transferring at drops trickier. Levels required vary per map and depending on server rules. Follow my starter guide to learn how to hit level 100 on your first day, then you won't need to worry about the drop's color. Now depending on the server information, a white drop can be accessed anywhere between level 3 through 15, a green drop is 15 to 25, a blue is 25 to 35, a purple is 35 to 45, a yellow is 45 to 60, and a red is between 60 to 80. All drops and loot crates should be available after level 80. On Genesis 1 and 2, you can also transfer at the game terminals by holding down E on PC, Y on Xbox, and I think triangle on a PlayStation controller to access the inventory of the terminal. Gen 1 game terminals look like this and can be tracked from your inventory, so you can find the closest one. You can track them by opening your inventory, go to mission list, click on the mission, then click on track mission. Gen 2 game terminals look like this, and you can track the nearest one, the same as Gen 1. The next way you may be able to transfer is from a tamed AT-AT, Strider. It is located on their back around where the driver sits. The final transfer item that you can unlock through tech engrams is the tech transmitter. This bad boy is like having a permanent drop you can place in your base. Now that you know the where, let's get into the how. Whenever you open a transfer object's inventory, you will see a menu similar to this, with 3 tabs at the top and a button in the middle, or 2 buttons. One of the exceptions is the Strider. It does not have the creature upload tab. 3 tabs on the right menu you have access to are Ark Data, Creature, and Tribute. The buttons in the middle between your inventory and the container's inventory should be Upload Survivor, or the button may also be called Travel to Another Server. The Upload Survivor, Travel to Another Server button does as it sounds. It uploads your survivor into the cloud. From there, you can download your survivor onto new maps. You can also create new survivors and upload them to get a list of survivors if for some reason you need more than one. Be careful doing this though, because if you download a survivor onto a map you have a survivor on, you can delete the one currently on the map. Your inventory can transfer with you unless you're on single player. Be careful with this though, as the items in your inventory will delete after being in the cloud for 24 hours. The next tab to look at is Tribute. This is the container's inventory. A drop must have at least 1 item in its tribute to stay active, otherwise it blinks out of existence. If you put items in the tribute, they stay in the container, and most containers can be accessed by any player, so be careful with this. Then, there is the Ark Data tab. This tab allows you to upload an item or stacked items into the cloud. It can hold up to 50 items or stacks. Stacks count as 1 item for the purpose of the 50 items it can hold. A stack of 20 foundations, they will not group, and they will count as 2 items. So make sure to combine them in your inventory before uploading if possible. This is a great way to keep your early loot safe from other players. The catch here though is that the items will delete after 24 hours in the cloud. You must download them and re-upload them to refresh the 24-hour timer. Crowd-potted dinos can go into the Ark Data, which is nice and gets around the dino upload timer, which we will go over shortly. The next tab to be aware of is the Creatures tab. Here, you can upload up to 20 dinos, which, like items, will expire in 24 hours. Now, if you upload them through the Creatures tab, they drop their inventory, including saddles. This way of storing dinos is not great, and only for use if you do not have cryopods or the space in your Ark data for them. The reasoning is, well, 1, they can't keep their saddles this way, and 2, once you download them, they cannot be uploaded again for 12 hours. Cryopods, though, count as an item, not a dino, allowing you to get around the 12-hour waiting period. But an uncryed dino has to wait up to 12 hours after being uncryed to be uploaded through the Creature tab. Now, you may be wondering about the timer on items in your inventory, and being unable to upload them. The timer on your items is the amount of time before they can be uploaded to Ark Data, or through Upload Survivor. If you change a stack, use an item, or remove it from your inventory once the timer is up, then you have to wait on the next timer. Now this timer is a bit tricky, because it is not from the time you pick up an item, it is from the time until a server save. So if you grab an item 30 seconds before server save, it will hit 0 at the same time as an item picked up 10 minutes before server save. There is also an issue with some consumables not being transferable, and so the timer will endlessly reset on them. Once there is no timer on the items, you can simply upload them. If you enjoyed the video, smash that like button. Have an awesome day.